Do you want to make $50,000 a week while you sleep? I'm sure we have all seen these kind of videos. They sound great, don't they? But what is the truth behind these claims? If you haven't been on my channel before, my name is Nuria from thehomeboss.com, where I talk about how you can make money online from the comfort of your home. And I talk a lot about publishing low-content books on Amazon KDP. Low-content books are things like journals, notebooks, planners, or even coloring books. You've probably seen videos about low-content book publishing on YouTube, or maybe you are already a low-content book publisher. If so, you would have heard a lot about recent KDP account terminations. In most cases, this is due to something that the publisher has done that is against Amazon's terms and conditions, such as copyright or trademark infringement, or even simple things like having 2 KDP accounts. On rare occasions, it can be a mistake on Amazon's part, but I truly believe that most of the time it is due to not following Amazon's rules and recommendations. And I personally think that a lot of this is due to a lot of publishers going into this business after having watched a video or reading about it and not learning enough about low-content book publishing. There are lots of videos making this business sound easy and promising quick money for very little work. We've all seen the videos that promise you to make $50,000 per week while you sleep, so no wonder people are tempted to rush into this without thinking. So what are the 5 things that I think are not quite the truth? Maybe they're not complete lies, but they're not telling you the full truth. Well, let's start with number 1. The first thing that people say, it's passive income. Is that really the case? When people tell you that you can make easy passive income, don't take their word for it. If something sounds too good to be true, it's probably not true or not that good. I know why people say that low-content book publishing is passive income, because it can be, but only after a while and after you have put in a lot of work. Videos that tell you how to make a notebook easily and how to upload it on Amazon, and then you just sit back and collect your earnings, are not telling you that yes, it is easy to make the book, but it's not easy to get sales and make an income. You first of all need to do a lot of research to find a niche or topic that has demand, and I spend most of my time when I create a low-content book on research. And then you have to find the right design, and then you will have to promote your book or product. So all of these things take time and effort, and only once you have done all this work can you achieve passive income. By that time it does seem passive as your product is now selling, but people don't think about those steps that are required first. And why is that? Because the reason they started was because they thought it was going to be easy. And passive income doesn't feel very passive when you start. It's very hard work. So yes, passive income is absolutely possible, but you have to spend some time learning, practicing and working very hard before it becomes passive. Another lie that people tell you in these kind of videos is you don't need to advertise. And this is not strictly true either. You can make organic sales, but as in any business, you do have to advertise or at least promote your product or books in some way. It will be very difficult to make a journal, publishing it on Amazon, and then hope to get organic sales. Unless your keywords are really good and you have published in a low competition and high demand niche, it will be very difficult. You can probably make some sales, but to really scale your business, you need to advertise or promote. This doesn't necessarily have to cost you money, and in the beginning, you can certainly try free ways to advertise on social media, for example. But in the long term, you need to advertise to scale your business. It all depends on how big you want your publishing business to grow. But the truth is, advertising is an important part of any business. Lie number 3, and this is a big one. Upload free PLR or public domain books to Amazon KDP and make money. Public domain books and some PLR books, by the way, PLR means private label rights, Some PLR books are available for free, and some people are telling people to download them and then just publish them to Amazon KDP. The most likely outcome of this practice will be that Amazon will terminate your account. I have very recently seen videos that are still promoting this practice, and people are following this advice and then wondering why their accounts get terminated. Amazon has very strict guidelines on how to publish public domain books. You can't just take a book that already exists and upload it as it is on Amazon. Amazon doesn't like duplicate content. Uploading books that are already on Amazon is against their terms. If you want to publish public domain books or PLR books on Amazon, make sure that you read their guidelines very, very carefully. Personally, I would not publish these kind of books. Lie number 4. You don't need design experience. Well, this is only partially true. Some people are very talented and don't need design experience to come up with great book covers and great interiors. However, this is a minority of people. Most of us will need some kind of training or studying to produce covers that are going to be good enough to make sales. The good news is that you can learn this skill, and if you don't have the time to learn, you can outsource this to professional designers. So don't let the fact that you don't have design experience put you off completely, because like I said, you can learn it, and if you haven't got time to learn it, just outsource it to a professional. Lie number 5, KDP is saturated. I can see why people assume this. When you start researching on Amazon KDP, it's very difficult to find niches that have low competition and high demand. And in most cases, you see thousands of books, and it's easy to think that Amazon is already filled to the brim with books. In some cases, people have started low content book publishing and haven't made any sales, and it's easy to blame it on saturation. The reality is, Amazon is a marketplace. You can walk into any market and think that it is saturated. You will find lots of shops, lots of sellers, and thousands of products. However, that is the nature of a market. It is supposed to be full of products and sellers. A marketplace without that is not thriving, and you won't be successful there. So Amazon is full of books, but also full of buyers. And that is the important part. Any marketplace is competitive. Your products or your books will have to stand out from the competition, and that is the case in any marketplace. So when people say it's saturated, they mean that it's difficult to succeed because they were hoping for an easy way to make money. It's definitely not easy, but it's definitely worth it if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to learn. So what about those videos that promise that you can make $50,000 a week while you sleep? I'm sure it's possible, but it's not likely, and it definitely won't happen quickly. But I do think that it's possible to make a part-time or even a full-time income publishing low-content books. But it will take time and effort to begin with. I still think it's one of the best things that I ever did, and I'm glad I put in the work and the effort at the beginning, and I still do put in the effort and the work. So it's not completely passive. I'm not making $50,000 a week while I'm sleeping, but I'm making a good income, and it took a lot of work, but I'm glad that I started. So what do you think? I'm sure that there are many different views on this. Let me know what you think in the comments, and take a look at a video I made about my first year on Amazon KDP. It tells you everything that happened to me when I started publishing and how my first year developed in low content book publishing. And if you want to know how you can publish your first notebook, take a look at this playlist that walks you through it step by step. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.